How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I will be answering your comments. So without further ado, let's get started. Eric Christian David P. Pie? I don't know how to say that. This song makes me think about the movie Matrix. It is said you can find the truth in movies, songs, hidden messages, meanings. I am not thinking Matrix when it comes to this song. Yeah, Eric, I don't see it at all. But I kind of agree with you that there's definitely truth in like movies, songs, hidden messages. Like I think, like for example, Star Wars, I think you can find a lot of parallels with that in your life, the characters and what they do. One thing I really like is, I actually really like Star Trek. I'm a huge Voyager fan. And the reason why is because I feel like in Star Trek, sorry, I'm getting on a tangent here. I feel like in Star Trek, you have all these different races, you got the Ferengi, you got the Kardashians, you got the Vulcans, you got humans, all kinds of species. But I feel like every species kind of emphasizes like one characteristics. Like the Klingons could be like really barbaric, and that's the one thing they just really emphasize. And I think that's kind of like one of the things you're kind of talking about. Anyways, next. Meeshan 1374. The song scared me shitless and also intrigued me. Like, who is this tiny little yellow man singing about the end of the world while wearing high heel boots and eyeliner? He's owned my soul since 1984. I haven't really gotten to get to know a lot of Prince. I know he's a big deal. He's on my list of people who I know are a big deal, like the Beatles and Elvis. Like they're all a big deal, but I haven't really got to listen to much of him. Like I grew up in the 80s though, and I saw like snippets of him and stuff like that, so I know he's a big deal. And everyone's kind of like Prince, but like I don't really know, to be honest. Adam S says, this song makes me want to watch Seinfeld. Sweet fancy Moses? Hey, you know what? The reason why I chose this one is because I wanted you guys to know the truth, because I know people always talk about, oh, it's like Seinfeld in this, or like The Office and this, and like Seinfeld, like I didn't really watch Seinfeld. It was either like a choice of like I could spend time watching, what is it, Friends, or with Seinfeld, and I chose Friends. So yeah, sorry. Oh, I don't watch The Office. Sorry, it's not that I don't like The Office. I've randomly seen a few episodes, but I didn't watch enough to understand it. Little Cricket says, he is underrated. You chose another of my favorites. I think I know what I like about Manilow. I've always said that he is not the best of singers, but when he does these types of songs that tug at your heart, he is one of us. His singing, his voice just plainly say that what we feel, no extravagance, no vocal thrills to separate the singer from the song. He is our voice, our songs. Underrated? Yeah, I think Barry Manilow is really underrated. I really like Barry Manilow. He is not the best of singers. Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of go with you on that one too. I don't really think Barry Manilow is a great singer, but I really love his music, and he sings with a lot of gusto, Like people who I think have horrible voices, and I think I have a couple comments about this. Michael Bolton, I think his voice is horrible. Rod Stewart, I think his voice is horrible. But I don't know what it is. I love their music, and when they sing, it's like their voice is so like unique, Like if I saw a guy like that just belting it out in a karaoke bar, I'd be like, yeah, look at that man. Dennis George, there you go. No flutes or a sax or any other instruments, just her voice, best female voice ever. Yeah, it's great hearing Tyrion Carpenter all on her own. I know you guys talk about how I always talk about instruments. I'm sorry about instrumentals, I'm not a singer. But yeah, her voice is really great. I already mentioned this a ton of times in the comments. Just the first time I heard her voice, it was Merry Christmas, Darling. I don't even know what Christmas it was, but I just remember my dad's old, like I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it's called, but it's one of those big silver things, And then there was a record player on the top. I didn't even know it was a record player for like the first few years. And then there's these big knobs everywhere, and I don't even know, was it a cassette? I can't even remember. But Merry Christmas, Darling came on. That was my very first Carpenter song, and like she sang that first sentence, and I was like, what is that? I actually enjoyed your tambourine comment. Okay, hey, you know what? Here's the thing. Number one, I don't like percussionists. That's another story. If I ever become a big, huge YouTuber, I'll tell you exactly why I kind of hate percussionists. Yeah, I hate percussionists. But I can recognize talent. And the thing about percussionists, in the rhythm section for these songs is there's a lot of different instruments, and I think it can be kind of difficult to play them. In all honesty, I know I played this very difficult piece. Can't remember what it was in high school. Anyways, the bass drum part was extremely, we're talking like, not like the drums bass drum, but like a big bass drum. You know, the bass drum part was really difficult to keep the beat. It was one of those oscillating time signatures. It was all over the place. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew one spot where I came in and that was it for that song. So it wasn't hard for me, but you know, all those little instruments that they have to play, and like, I think it's difficult in my opinion. Because when you screw up, everyone gets angry at you because you just messed up the tambourine, and that looks like the easiest thing ever. So yeah, sorry. Okay. Jose Mirella? Oh gosh, I suck at them. Alright, try not to overthink, just go with it. You know, I've kind of learned that with the Pink Floyd songs. It's like a mood song, you know? Like it's something you kind of just listen to in the background. For me it is, you know? It's not like I'm gonna like, oh, I gotta listen to Pink Floyd and like sit there and intently like look at everything, you know? Like that's not really what it's for. That being said, I need to listen to some Vivaldi. Ooh, Vivaldi. Kenneth McDonald commented on Don't Be Cruel, the longest comment ever, and so I actually have to put this in. The comment's actually like twice, like there's a whole nother big thing. We'll read a little bit. I find that you seem to always find Elvis and his songs as, okay, but, and then some criticism. You do not seem to understand the huge impact on the world Elvis had. John Lennon said this before Elvis, there was nothing. Before Elvis, there was nothing. So, yes, but here's my thing. So I was raised in the 80s and like Elvis was already on, you know? So, I mean, you hear about him and stuff like that, but already in the 80s, rap music was kind of coming into fruition, and that was big. And it's like you don't turn on the radio and listen to Elvis, you know? Or at least I never heard any Elvis on the radio, and I can't remember any Elvis. So as somebody who's like a millennial, like I don't really have that Elvis influence. To me, he's right up there with the Bee Gees and Tyrion Carpenter and like all the people that I like to listen. Like I have a hard time knowing in the spectrum who's actually the best, because that's kind of a very debatable thing. We're going to count by albums, we're going to count by revenue, we're going to count by hits. What are we going to count this by? Because if you want to count by certain things, I mean, like, you know, Taylor Swift probably made the most money, all right? So yeah, anyways, hey Kenneth, I'm doing more Elvis because I would like to learn more about him, what he's about and what's good. Sorry if I haven't gotten to anything good yet or something that I'm crazy about, but I'm sure I'll eventually get there. My favorite part of the song is the driving drum beat that maintains throughout. Even when the rest of the instruments drop out, it is actually a looped drum beat from Night Fever. So drum beats, gosh, I know a percussion hater. Yeah, you know, the drum beat's super duper important, you know, like when they take it out, when they put it back in. You know, I'm a big, huge fan of just the loudest rests ever. You know, when they'd have those perfectly placed rests or seizures or whatever you want to call them, it just sounds perfect. But for staying alive, yeah, I think you definitely need to have that beat just constantly going through. You know, I can't be too loud, can't be too soft, can't be too low, can't be too high. It's the right spot, and then you're goat, and it's just like, ooh, just feel it in your chest. Billbox. The sound in the beginning is a guitar with a reverb effect. It sounds like it's played through a Leslie cabinet. I have no idea what that is. The Fender Rhodes keyboard is also a classic sound along with it. See, I don't know what that is. I'm not a keyboardist. The other version of this song has a lead guitar solo in it. The dotted quarter note is slowed down and stronger during the lead solo. Please look for a live video on YouTube. Great song and reaction, Jaybriel. Very cool name you have. Thank you. I'm a new sub. Yeah, he's a new sub. I had to do this one. Number one, I hate my name actually, Jaybriel Akoi. I don't like my name. The reverb sound, all that stuff. See, those are all things that I haven't had enough experience with guitarists and keyboardists to kind of know all their stuff. I mean, I look at keyboardists, look at all their stuff, and I'm like, dang, that's a bunch of stuff they got to haul away just to do this performance. I don't want to do that. That's really the only thing I think about, right? But for this song, this is such a good song. Oh, and then the grand pauses. We were just talking about grand pauses, you know, and it comes out, baby, come back, you know. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Jerry K says, I enjoy your videos. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry K. Tasia Fink, there's a version with Tom Jones and Rod Stewart too. They're all very good, but my favorites are probably obviously the Bee Gees and Nina Simone because she gives something own to the song. Huh. But I really like the Ross version too. He has a nice voice. I don't know who that. Is it supposed to be Rod? I think it's supposed to be Rod. Yeah, Tom Jones, shoot, I should probably check that one out. Rod Stewart, I listened to a little bit of it. It sounded super Rod Stewart, like so Rod Stewart. Which of course, you know, you gotta make it sound Rod Stewart. Michael Bolton, I like this one, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the original for this one, the Bee Gees. It is kind of interesting though, seeing the older version compared to them singing it when they're older. Or sorry, younger compared to when they're older. It's got a very different feel to it, in my opinion. Next. All right, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Comment below, tell me what you guys think about this video. If you guys want more videos like this, like, subscribe, comment, use my Amazon affiliate link down below. Thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you guys in the next video.